when you see a lot of colors on your plate, you feel good, right? When you go to a restaurant and you buy a meal, when it has all the color, you feel good about it. So it's literally tricking your brain to just love what is there in your plate. So when your brain look at it, when your eyes look at it, all your sensory organs start working. Okay, now you have colors, you have textures, you have everything on your plate. Now your body is prepared to eat, you're emotionally happy, your brain is happy looking at it, and you feel good having it. That is one basic concept of having a colorful plate. When you prepare your plate, having it colorful. But now for a lot of people, having everything, it becomes a difficulty. One plate, now breakfast should be balanced. Now when I say balance, it should have fat, it should have protein. It becomes difficult for people. But basically speaking, your body needs everything. But does it need everything in the same plate? Not really. Now that is one place where everybody fail when you start a diet. You start by having very colorful plate, having everything in your plate. But I would say you can have everything on a day. Have your protein? Yes. Have you met your protein need for a day? Yes. Have you met enough fat, good fat for a day? Yes. Do you have enough minerals and vitamins? Yes. Have you met your hydration? Yes. That is enough. From your breakfast to your dinner, have all this in your diet. Don't make it too complicated for someone who prepares and someone who eat. By having this also, you can make your plate look colorful and beautiful. But you don't have the stress or the pain to prepare everything and have it on the plate. Now when I say you need protein, you need fat, you need fiber, everything in your lunch, now that becomes a very difficult thing for you. You'll be like, one thing if you don't have, will be like, oh, today I'm not able to prepare my healthy fat, I don't have it. Now will that affect me? Now that stresses you. I didn't have enough protein today, my plate doesn't have enough fiber, affects you. And also, the person who prepares it has a lot of tension to make this on a daily basis, right? So that is one common mistake. We all think that our plate should have everything at the same time. No, that's not how it works. You should have everything on a day. Today, my body needs all this. Have it throughout your meal. If you're dividing it into 5 meals, have it in 5 meals. Got it? Yeah. So rice and grains, idli, dosa, putta, everything, your proteins, vegetables, healthy fat, fluids, and probiotic. Probiotic is something that we all miss. Okay, because we don't understand that what is probiotic. Can anybody tell me what is probiotic or prebiotic?
A prebiotic is something like curd, where it is fermented food is
Probiotic is
probiotic.
Probiotic.
Yeah, probiotic, prebiotic. Why is it needed in a diet?
This contains
It
bacteria
produces good
or
bacteria in our gut.
Very
digestion.
good. Yes, it
Aiding digestion.
contains good bacteria. So if we have good bacteria in your food only, the nutrition from the food can be absorbed. Right? You need food. Your food has to be broken down, and the absorption has to happen. Why a lot of people are not able to lose weight even though they're eating it right? Because they might be having a gut issue. They might not be focusing on a probiotic and a prebiotic. Their gut bacteria would have been, they don't have good bacteria in their gut. So how is absorption happening? No, there is no absorption happening. It is being stored as fat. The fats are not absorbed by the body as required. Everything is being stored in different parts of the body because the absorption failed. You don't have good probiotic. So probiotics can come from curd, green leaf vegetables, buttermilk, everything. Got it? Are we making sense till now?
Nimisha, prebiotic is different.
Yeah, prebiotic and probiotic come under the same category, but prebiotic is something that you take before your food to activate your bacteria in the stomach. Okay, so when someone is having a really gut issues, like bloating after immediately after eating, or some people have a feeling of immediately passing motion 10 minutes after eating, you're that is because you don't have good healthy bacteria. So prebiotics are given to them in the form of curd or yogurts or anything. Prebiotic is given to them so that the lining of the stomach is taken care, you have good bacteria well before you eat your food. So,
So it-
in half an
ma'am?
hour, yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. So it means the food which is given before there is pre and after it is po. It is the meaning of same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take it before your meals, 15-20 minutes before your meals, so that it get down into your gut and it prepares all the bacteria's come good bacteria's out there ready to absorb your food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For some people, especially with digestion, bloating, IBS and all, it is better to have it before, have probiotic rather than having it after.
Okay, ma'am. And regarding fat, you mentioned the slide yolk, egg. So some people taking only the egg outer portion, they're leaving the inner yolk, stating that it is not good for
Where do we
health.
get that information, Venugopal? Who told us that we should not eat whole
It's all
egg?
internet, and all
Internet,
those things,
yes.
and unscientific tradition following. That's the
Yeah. See, it is a good fat. Yolk is a good fat. For someone who is having too much of cholesterol or cardiovascular issues, having too much of like having 5 or 10 whole egg, then that is fat inducing because we're focusing on reducing the fat of that person. A normal healthy person can have 2 whole eggs. And
Oh.
one food which has vitamin D is egg yolk.
ಅಬ್ಬಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎದ್ದು.
Okay.
Egg yolk, meat livers, and all has vitamin D. But
Oh.
now, if we ask you, most of us in India, we do not go for eating beef.
ಅಬ್ಬಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾ, ಸುಲಿಯೋ.
Beef liver has highest amount of vitamin D in it. But can we eat beef? Do we all? How many of us in India will go to eat beef? No. So egg yolk is one food that has vitamin D, and we take it and throw it. It has so much of healthy fat. Yes, that is a myth.
Okay. And ghee also good for health.
Ghee is
better.
very good for health.
Super. Thank you.
Yeah, it should be avoided, like certain scenarios where you are having too much of cardiovascular issues. That is a situation where ghee is not recommended until you clear those fat. But then again, adding ghee is a healthy way of that. Yes, Sudhir.
Can you give me example of food which is prebiotic and probiotic?
Curd, buttermilk, tender coconut. After the session, I will send a list of probiotic, prebiotic, healthy fats and all. I have sent a PDF to Abhi.
ಭರತ್
She can share it.
ಭರತ್ ನಿಶ್ಚಲ ಅವ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಶರಣನು ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ 10 ಜನ ಅದೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಳಿ
ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೈತೆ
ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಿಡು ಅದೇನು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಚಿನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೂಟೂತ್ ಏನೋ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ
ಆಟೋ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
ನಾನು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ
Drink much water. They go on a dehydration mode because they need to reduce the water content of their body, increase creatine intake, and build a muscle if they're going for a competition. Now, for that person, maybe eating only egg whites might work. Now, someone who is having high insulin resistance or someone who is highly diabetic, it will not work for them. Eating 15-16 egg whites it is protein, but it also increases your insulin in the body. So will that work for that person? No, it will not work. So it can work for certain people if you're specific about certain goals. Okay, I want to meet this goal. I want to run. I want to do this. Yes, you have a specific diet. But for everyone, will it work? We can't. How many days can you eat only egg white?
Exactly.
2 days you will eat and then you will go back. And then you will go back to putting on weight. Yes, Manju.
How many eggs is advisable per day?
Healthy, it depends on what are your goals. Okay, if you are an vegetarian only eating eggs for your source of protein, you can have 2 whole eggs and 4 to 5 egg whites.
ನೀನು ತಿನ್ನು
Again, depends on your body
Chicken
weight,
dinner.
depends on your BMI, depends on your BMR. Okay, BMI is your body index mass. Okay, and BMR is how much energy you're using on a daily basis at rest. So again, that is depending on your body, your weight, your lifestyle, what is your goals. Now I cannot say 10 egg is safe for Manju, same 10 eggs are safe for Bharat. No, it is not. It will differ from person to person. Okay, but generally speaking, for a person with maybe 60 kg, 64 kgs of weight, 2 whole eggs and 4 to 5 of egg whites are safe to have if you want to meet your protein goals.
So, as you mentioned, eating eggs will increase insulin, right?
Yes, it will.
So that will reduce the sugar content in the blood.
It
or
will
something.
increase insulin spike.
It will increase insulin spike.
Yeah, too much of protein also increases your insulin spike. Now, how do you reduce it? Having fiber along with it, having healthy fat along with it will reduce it. So only
Got it.
eating egg will not help.
Yeah.
That is why in a day you need to balance it. Now you increase your insulin in the body. How to reduce it? With what kind of food?
So
Again,
as
depends
you
on.
mentioned, as
Yeah.
you mentioned, you were providing some PDF. Can you also add this list of insulin spikers and despikers?
I will add it. But again, don't go blindly by it. It can differ from person to person. When you go on a diet plan, it is completely personalized for one person. Yeah. One
Yeah.
diet won't fit everyone. But
Yeah.
general myths and healthy tips, I can break it down and give it to you.
Please do.
Yeah. So now, these are some myths we all spoke about, right? Carbs are bad for you. We all have lived our life hearing that carbs are bad for us. At least once the internet, once the YouTube, all these started coming, we've been hearing that carbs are bad. Do you think carbs are really bad for us? No. Carbs are the fuel for your body. Carbs are not bad for us. Now, how much you have it is based on
ಅನ್ನ ತಿನ್ನು ಬೇಗ
your
ಬೇಗ
body
ಹೋಗೋಣ.
weight and your personalized
ಪುರಿ
plans.
ಇನ್ನ ಮೇಲ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು
Carbs,
ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ.
whole grains, whole
ಅವನೇ
food,
ತಿಂತೇನ ನೀನು ತಿಂತ್ಯಾ
roti, rice, idli, we need it, but in a balanced way,
ಟಿವಿ
based on your need, what your goals are. Skipping meals
ಅವನೇ ತಿಂತಾನೆ
do
ಬಿಡು.
not
ತಿನ್ನಮ್ಮ.
help in
ಚಿನ್ನಿ.
reducing
ತಿನ್ನಮ್ಮ.
weight. Indeed, it will increase cortisol in your body because of stress, and cortisol will increase your weight. It will slow down fat burning in your body. The moment stress comes in, fat burning slows down. Your metabolism slows down. So skipping meal do not help. Healthy food is boring or expensive. How many of you we thought that healthy food is boring or expensive? Yeah, because we all think that healthy food means this fancy one, having one nice chicken breast on the plate with lot of veggies, and having avocado, having all expensive fruits and all. That is how a healthy meal look like. Because we all seen this. When you put healthy plate in internet, we get all these pictures. But no, simple sambar, simple curd rice. Curd rice is probiotic for you. Having simple sambar. Now sambar has dal. Now instead of keeping one vegetable in it, if you add multiple vegetables to your sambar, then it is definitely healthy, right? So you have all your fiber, you have 3-4 vegetables rather than just having the sambar as a gravy. But if you have more vegetable, you can make your daily food healthy by making small changes to it. So it is not an expensive thing to have a healthy food. It is just your lifestyle. What is there in your kitchen can be brought into your table as healthy.
Okay. Nimisha, when it comes to weight loss, many of them they are skipping their meals during night times. Many of them.
See, that is one big mistake we make, skipping the meals. So if you want to, don't skip your meals, rather have an early dinner, right? So that before you go to your bed, there is enough time for the food to digest. And when the food digests, when you have your food by around 6:37, and if you're sleeping around 10 o'clock, 10:30 or 11, there's enough time for the food to digest. Now your body is not working on digestion. There is no energy loss while you're sleeping. So when that happens, your sleep quality improves, right? When your sleep quality improves itself, next day you have more energy to work out, more energy to concentrate on your work. So it reduces the stress level, and that will help you reduce your weight, not skipping meals. So instead of skipping meals, make small lifestyle changes that you have your dinner early. Having early dinner helps more than skipping a dinner. Because definitely, if you have very late dinner at 11 o'clock and then immediately you go and sleep, it's not going to help you. The body is going to focus more on digesting the food than preparing your body.
And should we have light meals or else heavy meals? Early dinner.
Early dinner, if you're having it really early, you can have normal meals. Yeah. Because you have enough time for it to digest.
What
Now,
about skipping early breakfast?
never skip your breakfast.
Yeah.
Never skip your breakfast because your body is in a fasting mode. After you finish your dinner, you sleep, and then you wake up in the morning, your body is in a fasting mode. And it would have worked so hard. We don't know when we're sleeping, our brain is working, our heart is working, our liver is functioning, our lungs are working, kidney is working. How is it working? Your body is putting in so much effort to digest, to process, to detox everything. And the morning, when you skip your breakfast, you're not giving the fuel for the body because it has done repairing whole night. And once it have done repairing, morning it needs some energy to start running again. Morning also it needs to function. So never skip your breakfast.
So recently we have been getting a lot of reels and all regarding L-carnitine and creatinine. So what is your take on that? So is it good to have creatinine?
It is good to have creatine unless you're burning it off. If you're someone who's working on strength training at least 4 days a week, you're lifting weights, you're drinking too much of water. See, creatine you can have. Now everybody on the reels, they say have creatine, build your muscles, it's very good for your body. But when you have creatine, you have to focus a lot on hydration. You have to drink 4 to 5 liters of water if you're having creatine, because the creatine has to be flushed out of your body. If you do not flush out the creatine from your body, it is stored in the kidney and later can cause kidney failure. So people who talk about all this, they don't talk about what are the side effects that can come. What should you do when you're having creatine? What should not do? That is not being spoken about.
Yeah. So if there is some deficiency in, say, kidney test or urology report, so will that still be viable? Like creatinine, taking creatinine on daily basis will help it increase?
Yes, it might. Because if you're having creatine, someone who's already having a kidney issue is having creatine, then it should be taken with the approval of your doctor. You have to go to your urologist, get it tested, and then only take creatine. But if you're having a normal lifestyle, your kidney functions are normal, your liver functions are normal, then you can have creatine.
No, it's not kidney issue. I'm saying kidney, when you get tested total body checkup, in that creatinine level is a little low than the minimum quantity. So if it's 50, it's 49 what's in the picture.
Then you have to check with the doctor before you take your creatine, how much you can take. But you can take it. But again, the key is how do you flush it out? Are you having hydration?
Okay. So doing a little activity and taking creatinine and taking good hydration would help.
Yes.
What about this L-carnitine?
You're asking it as a supplement?
Yes.
I wouldn't say it is really great to have, but that is actually not required. If you're taking creatine, it is enough. But if you're really into bodybuilding, then I would say check with your doctor and take any kind of supplements that you're taking, get it approved by the doctor, except if it is protein. Protein, if you're having a good brand one, okay. But otherwise, you have to get the test done. Even if I'm giving a diet also, there are a lot of, before the diet, there is a lot of tests that I prescribe, and after that only I give a diet. So if you're taking creatine, it's better to have your test done, check with your doctor and tell them your specific needs. You're into bodybuilding, you're looking at, muscle building, having a toned muscle. Then tell this is what my requirement is and then take.
Got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
The best time to have dinner, the most early should be, I would say, before sunset. That's the best thing to have. Before sunset, your body eats and then the digestion is start happening. So, but in our busy lifestyle with work, with corporate life and all, it is not possible to have it before sunset. But 7:30 to 8 should be ideal to have. Should not cross after 8. 8 itself, I would say, is a little late. 7:30.
Excuse me, ma'am. Shall we go with the slides? Then we can have the question later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Nimisha, just a gentle reminder, you have 20 minutes.
Sure.
So just cover the important things.
Yeah. So a simple eating habit should be listen to your hunger. So when you're hungry, stop when satisfied. So there are a lot of times when we focus on finishing the plate, because we've been so conditioned from childhood that what is there on your plate should be finished. So that is one common mistake we do. And as mothers, another mistake we do is our kids eat and we eat the leftover from the kid. Even though we are not hungry, we end up doing it. So understand your hunger, listen to your hunger, listen to your body. If it's hungry, eat. The moment you feel you're full, you're satisfied with it, don't stuff your body. Even though if you're waste, take what is required for you. If you're not able to eat it, it's okay to keep it separate and have it later. But make sure you take what is required and eat it. Just because it is there on your plate, you need not finish it. That is one common mistake we do. Okay?
Next
Mindful eating. No scream, no rushing. Chew slowly. None of us do it. None of us do it because we are so much, we want to finish it. We watch TV. How many of you watch TV while eating? You don't know what is in your plate. Initially, I told you, right, when you look at your plate, you're happy, your brain works, your sensory organs work. It will not work when you're watching TV. You're watching the TV and eating. You don't know what is going into your tummy. You don't know what is going into your mouth. Your sensory organs are not working properly. It should come in coordination. Sit down, chew slowly so that, when you chew, your saliva enzymes get with the food and digestion happens better. Taste your food. Eat with awareness on what is there in your plate. Oh, I'm eating protein. I'm eating my carbs. Build a routine. Regular meal time. Morning, 7 o'clock breakfast, 12 o'clock lunch, 6 o'clock dinner. If that is your routine, stick to your routine. What happens when you stick to your routine? Your body gets signal. Okay, this time is when I should eat my lunch. 4 days, 5 days, when you stick to a routine, automatically the second week, your body will give you signal you're hungry. And any diet you start, initial 1 week, when you start your diet, you feel very tired because the routine is changing from what you have been doing. There's complete shift in your routine. Okay. Manju, if you have a question, can I take it towards the end?
So those weight loss gummies in the market, are those safe to consume?
I wouldn't recommend. Because those are, yes, they claim to have certain ingredients that will help you reduce your weight. But tell me one thing, you have increased 5 kg weight in 2 months. Now reducing that 5 kg with a gummy, just a small gummy, in 1 week or 2 weeks, do you think that is a safe thing to do? No, it is not. I wouldn't say, but there are people who have it. So I usually don't get into those sides of having those drinks or anything which help you reduce your weight. Because your food, your timely food, having good relationship with your food itself can help you reduce weight.
Okay, Manju, how old are you?
What about the hair and skin glowing gummies? Are those safe?
You concentrate on your diet, healthy diet, hydration, good relationship with your food. Your skin will glow, your hair will grow. You don't have to go for any gummies. So when you're having your food properly, you're having a proper balanced diet, you need not go for anything external.
Manju, how old are you?
Yeah.
Kavya here. Hi, Manju. Okay, Nimisha, continue.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Now, I just want to say why, how I work with my client. So I understand. Any other questions before I go into this? Abhi, how much time do we have?
We have 15 minutes.
We have 15 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. One question. What is the best time to consume fruits? If it is morning, what kind of fruits we can take in the morning and what food should be taken later?
Any food that is not citrus in nature can be taken in the morning. Because or if you're someone who doesn't have any gut issues, like when you're eating citrus food, if you do not have any irritation in your stomach and all, then you can have citrus fruit in the morning. But basically some fruits which are not highly citrus in nature can be taken in the morning.
Yeah, but now people say like after a certain age, 40s or something, if you take like banana, chiku, apple in the morning, it may spike sugar levels.
Yeah,
though
because
they-
they're high in sugar, having it on empty stomach can, spike your sugar levels. So
Yeah.
rather than having a bowl of empty fruits, combine it with some nuts. Combine it with some healthy fats, and then
Yeah.
you can consume.
Okay, and like if we go for early dinner, can the fruits be eaten? After
Try
7 p.m.
avoiding fruits for dinner.
just in touch ಆಯ್ತು.
Yeah, you can have fruits
Lose
throughout
ಆಗ್ತಾ
your
ಇದೆ
day, but try avoiding fruits for dinner. Dinner can be more fiber and protein
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್
rich.
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಅದು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸತಿ
Protein can be consumed
Yes.
at dinner time.
Yes, protein along with fiber can be consumed that day.
Thank you.
So usually when I have my clients, how I work with them is like, as I said, diet is separate for everybody. It's a personalized thing. So I try understanding what your lifestyle are, what are your can you give me 2 minutes, Bharat?
ಭರತ್ ನಿಶ್ಚಲ
Yes.
Yeah. Or okay, you can ask me, then maybe we can get into this, since maybe we are running a little out of time. Yeah.
So, very quick question. So, Manju was asking something about gummies. So, what about this apple cider vinegar and glutathione flakes tablets? and what about
Glutathione, no, it is not gonna affect you. See, glutathione, if you just wanna have it, you can have it. But how much effective it is gonna be on your skin? The only effective way of having glutathione is the drips that you take. That is the only one that has to get directly into your bloodstream to give you effects. Having glutathione tablets will not really help you. See, everything that has a label on it that says that tested on animals or dermatologically tested is not dermatologically tested or not tested on animals. It's just a label. Most of the time it is not. So effect of glutathione as the drink that you get the capsule, it is very minimal.
Okay. So, what about this apple cider vinegar?
Apple cider vinegar is good.
ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್
So, I read somewhere that taking it before half an hour before breakfast, half an hour
Reduces.
before your afternoon
Right, active
lunch,
onte.
and half an hour before your dinner.
ತೆಗೆದ್ಮೇಲೆ
Will
ಕೆಟ್ಟು
that
ಅದನ್ನ ಟೈಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
help
It is
and
good
regulate
because
the-
it will help reduce the insulin spike from the food. Sudden
Not-
spike
not
can
the
be
weight loss.
reduced. So it is good.
Got it. Yeah.
If you're someone who's focusing on weight loss and you want workouts and all that, then, or if someone who's having already insulin resistance or pre-diabetic, then it is a very good thing to take apple cider vinegar on empty stomach or before half an hour to 45 minutes before your meals, because it helps the immediate insulin spike. Because when the saliva get in touch with the food and when you digest it, it is spike in insulin. So that immediate spike can be reduced when you have apple cider.
ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ
So, how to combine this creatinine and apple cider vinegar in the morning? Like, creatinine should be taken empty stomach, right?
Yeah, if you're having it, then you can wait for half an hour to 45 minutes before you have your apple cider vinegar. Or if you have apple cider vinegar, wait for 40-45 minutes before you have your creatinine. Don't combine it. It can, create some gastric problem in you.
Understand?
Ma'am,
Cut
this
down the effect.
Nimisha,
apple cider vinegar taking honey also can be added, or it should be taken only diluted in water?
You can add honey.
Okay, thank you.
okay, so since we're talking about this apple cider vinegar, just give a quick thing. You just say yes or no. Because apple cider vinegar, I have studied that it doesn't suit for everyone, because people who have ulcer, gastritis, and people who have low potassium levels and certain health issues cannot take apple cider vinegar. So, is it right that they again
Correct.
it is specified, it is personalized? You need to take a personalized
Exactly.
and then go.
So everything is personalized. You need to know your body first. Okay. So anyone, see, when I meet my clients, first thing I understand is how healthy are they? What are their lifestyle? History, vitals. You need to take a blood test before you start any diet to understand your vitals. Because someone who is having a gluten intolerance, I cannot give them chapatis or rotis for their diet. It will irritate their gut. I cannot give it to them. So what I look at it is understand the person first, how they live, what is their lifestyle, what are their food habits, what are their work life balance like. Everything we have to first understand before we give a diet. detailed health report. After that, after I understand, after I get the vitals done from them, I go, I analyze the report, I analyze their lifestyle, I sit and I write down a complete report about a person on how it should be for them, what are the basic things that you should look at, what are the concerns that this person have. Everything will be given as a report, so that the person can go through it, their family can go through it and understand that okay, these are the reason why certain things have been given. Okay, personalized plan built around your kitchen, everything that is available. I personally don't go for any diet that are too restrictive or too fancy, because I believe that if it is there in your kitchen, it is easy for you to cook. If it is there in your daily schedule, it is easy for you to consume. And how do I work around the same thing that you eat to make it even more healthy, to make it more portion control, to fit your lifestyle? That is what I focus. Maybe when I give diet, the person might have to cook one sabji or one protein extra, but I make sure that it well fits your daily lifestyle and it doesn't come as a burden to my client. Okay, and then I also do a weekly or a bi-weekly checks with my client to understand the energy levels, because some of them come back to me after a week saying that Nimisha, I'm feeling very tired after having the diet. Can you make some changes to it? So first week, having tiredness, having fatigue is very common because your body is adjusting to the new lifestyle that you are into, the new food that you are into. So body will be more in a fat burning. If you are going for a weight loss, the initial first week, the body will be burning fat that have been stored. It is starting to. So feeling weak is very common. Now, even after the first week, if the person is feeling weak after consuming the diet, then we make a small changes to the diet, structure it around to add more calories. So I understand that okay, maybe these calories are being too deficit, but mostly when we say about calorie deficit, people go beyond too low from the calorie that is actually required for your body. Now for me, I might require 1550 calories for me to do my daily work, for my brain to function, my lungs to function, my heart to function. I need 1550 calories. Now, what happens if I go below 1550? I will become very weak. So, when I give a diet, I have to make sure that if Abhi's calories are 1550 or 1400, I should stick to 1400, or if I'm going on a very crash diet, 200 calories less than that. Nothing more, less, nothing more. Or maybe 400, 100 or 200 calories from that. So this is how we have to focus on. We should not go too low. So when people go on a calorie deficit, they forget that they have organs to function. People stop eating. They completely go on one meal. Now that becomes a problem. Your hormones get affected. You will lose weight. If you go on a calorie deficit, you stop eating 3 meals, you go for 1 meal a day, you will definitely reduce weight. That is 100% guarantee you will reduce weight. But along with the weight loss, you will have issues in 3 months, 4 months down the line. Your hormones will get affected. Low energy level, brain fog, gut issues, hormone, everything will come along with that. So when you focus, when you go too much on diet and when you make it too restrictive, that is what happens. So I usually check with my client on throughout their journey, every week, bi-weekly, to make sure that they are well on track. And I also tell them that there are times when you go to outside with your friends, something which you cannot avoid, right? You go out, you eat with your friend, so you are exceeding the calorie or the diet chart that I gave. So then I tell them to come back to me and tell me without guilt that yes, Nimisha, I had it. I had a plate of biryani, I had 2 gulab jamuns, I'm fine with it, no problem. Because when I tell to restrict that, I'm affecting your social life. When I affect your social life, your friends start telling you that, oh, one day also you cannot come, you're so much on diet, and then that affects your brain, that affects your relationship with the food. So for me, the relationship with your food, my client and the relationship with food is very important, because that is when the body absorbs it. That is when your brain absorbs it. And then when your brain and your mind and your body goes in coordination is when your body actually takes it the right way. So I tell them, yes, you went. Now let me know you went, what you had. So I make sure that the next day I adjust their calories accordingly. I ask them to walk a little miles extra. I reduce some food items in the next 2 days diet. I customize the next 2 days and give them. I tell, okay, this is the calorie. I have these 2 days for you. Now let's maybe customize it with these things and you can go. So they get the happiness of going out with their friends, having what they wanted, but next day a little hand holding is required for them so that they are well within the week's calorie and we are well within our goal of losing weight. Yes, Abhi?
Sorry, we have 5 minutes more, and it's a kind request to all the participants. I would request you to give me your questions in the comment section, so I'll take a picture of it. So we will be having knowledge for the next session when we plan it. And Nimi, you have 5 minutes, so you can give
Yeah.
your conclusion.
So this is something I already covered, right?
Participants, please
So-
put your question in the comment section. I'm taking a picture of.
I just wanted to call you about two things. One is about the crowd. So we are going to have participants who have they're all survivors of Gynec-Onco department. So they'll have cancers of say ovaries, vulva, vagina, cervix. And they'll have open surgery. Some of them have
improve your metabolism, your strength, and it will help you to run your diet for a long term. Okay. So the 3 golden rule that I always focus on for a successful diet is consistency over perfection. You should be consistent. That is why always I check with my client every day to share their meal plate. If they don't share, I ask them what challenge they had. So when when somebody is pushing you, when you eat consistently, that improves than perfection. You need not be having a perfect plate, but you should be eating consistently on what is given. Personalization is everything. As I said, one diet doesn't fit everyone. It is curated based on your kitchen, your lifestyle, your food habits, your colleagues, everything. Understand you before you change. You have to understand what your body needs, what you eat. A proper health assessment changes everything rather than giving a random diet saying that this will help you reduce your weight. So yeah.
One question. Do you have the diet for thyroiditis?
For what?
Thyroiditis.
Thyroid.
Yeah, no, thyroid with inflammation or something.
Thyroiditis.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, we have.
Okay, I'll connect you after the
Sure,
session.
sure. Thank you. Yeah. So then if you come with me, this is what detailed health report is what I give. A fully personalized diet using your food, your kitchen. So that is what I mainly focus on. Bi-weekly check-in calls throughout your journey, and you can reach me out anytime whenever you have any confusion. And that is through WhatsApp. I keep connected with my clients. Yes. Any quick questions, or I think we're out of time, please share your questions in the chat box. Abhi will help me get that. I will answer those questions, as many as possible. I will also share the myths around diets. Someone had question on creatine. I will share that as well. Yeah, whatever questions are there, some of them I'm not able to recollect, but yes, just share it with me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nimisha.
Thank you so much.
I will share the PDF with everyone, and
Please
we do
share it.
request you to give us some sessions like this frequently, which is really
Yes,
helpful.
please come up with any comment sessions that you want on specific, because this was a very random one on covering a lot of areas, like very basic one. But if you have anything specific that need to be addressed for a specific set of audience, then please let me know. We can have such sessions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please give me, I will also share a feedback session with Abhi. If you can just give me a feedback on how it went, what if you feel anything need to be improved, please do share with me. I'll be more than happy to make changes and help you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Kavya. Thank you,
Thank you,
Abhi, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Nimisha. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining,
Thank
everyone.
you so much.
You share me the feedback thing, Richa. Thank you. Everyone's going.
Bye.